Easy to remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. It's the Get Your Happy On Hour, 93.7 The Ticket. Man, again, I can't thank y'all enough for tuning in. You know, we try to educate and have a little fun at the same time. And, you know, everybody be laughing at me because I think I can dance. But that's okay. See, I be telling people, man, look, in my head, I be getting real motivated. They tell me my dances are outdated, but self-esteem tell me I'm doing the most. So I need y'all to know that's how I get my happy on, man. I love to try to dance. One of these days, y'all gonna realize, man, my dance gonna come back in style. You know, that's how things go. They go in a circle. Speaking of getting your happy on, I gotta ask, man, three-time national champion, Super Bowl champion, working with the youth up in Omaha, doing this program with AIM. Man, you do a lot of good for a lot of people, which tells me that you don't have a lot of free time. I don't know if you do or don't, but I'm thinking you don't have a lot of free time because the only time I see you is when we're playing golf. That's about it. So I just want to know, just for personal reasons, man, what do you do to get you happy on, Tom?
Well, look, man, you got to work hard. You got to play hard too. So, man, you know, I got to have some fun. Well, part of what I do is the golf. I love golf. I wouldn't say that puts me in a happy place all the time because, you know, I hit some shots that take me to a dark hole sometimes, you know. But yeah, I love to compete, but I love entertainment, man. So I'll get out and do some golf, or I'll go to the Funny Bone, or I'll go, you know, see a play, or see a concert, or I'll go live music. You know, I just like to be out, man. I just like to be out, you know, seeing people, you know, kind of experience their gifts, and I like to laugh. You know what I'm saying? The older I get, and I just turned a half-century mark, you know, a few months ago. So good experiences are just that much more important to me, man. So I love to be around positive people. I love to laugh. I love to have a good time, and I find a lot of ways to do it.
I tell you what, next time you're on that golf course, if you find one of them red Callaways with number 7, that's mine.
I feel like I'm gonna find that in a rough. Is that what you're saying?
It won't be in the fairway. I guarantee you that. I mean, it's either in the fairway or it's a donation. That's the way I look at it. I mean, I don't go over there hunting and all that. I don't do all that because I got a bag full of it.
Same here.
Yeah, so I play golf for the enjoyment. I'm a fair weather golfer. Yeah. If the weather is not nice, chances are I won't be there.
No, I understand.
I'm like you. I like playing golf, and I'm so thankful that those tournaments are scrambles.
Oh yeah.
That helps.
Definitely.
Yeah, that helps because if I tee off and it go way out in that rough, Well, that's 3 other guys going to tee
Right,
off, and they're going to
exactly.
probably be in the fairway. So I just reach in my bag and get another ball, and we'll go down there and play with that one.
Right.
I like to have fun as well. You know, Tony, though, man, on a serious tip, man, again, I just was sitting here thinking, you know, you do a lot of good, man. And I just, again, I want to make sure that's recognized because, like I said, man, our society, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but what I'm seeing out here doesn't make a lot of sense to me because we seem to give too much attention to the wrong things.
Yeah.
You know, and so I try to make a special effort every Sunday night to put some good out there and talk about the positive things that people do because I feel like the negative is already getting enough coverage.
It gets way too much coverage.
Yeah, I mean,
way too much. I'll tell you, I actually stopped. Even before COVID started, I stopped watching the news probably, I don't know, 5-7 years ago, something like that. Because every time you turn on the news, there's something bad.
Yeah, and that I mean,
you know,
I don't know if this is true, but I really believe, or I've convinced myself that if you continue, it's like a routine. If you continue to do something every day that's not positive, chances are you're going to become negative.
Yeah, right. It's going to seep inside you.
Yeah, you know, and it's the same for as visualizing stuff. If every time you turn on the news, if they're talking about things that are not good, at some point it's going to have some type of effect. So I agree with that. I used to watch it for the weather, but if the weather is like halfway through, and by the time I get there, I'm kind of mentally beat down. So I started looking at the weather online now.
Right.
You know, just go right to the weather in the city that I have to go to.
Trust me, I agree. And it's not just the news. You know, sometimes it's social media. For a while that I had to stop looking at Facebook because, you know, people, for some reason, I don't know why, but people feed off of trash. They feed off of
That's
negativity.
amazing to me.
They feed off of, and the thing that really kind of upsets me is that, like, the media knows this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't try to help because they just want to get ratings. And I can't, you know, hate them for that. But at the same time, like, you got to understand that those ratings and that feeding that negativity out there, that has actual real life consequences to people.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Between, you know, people between the suicide rate, you know, getting higher, between more multiple killings and shootings. Like, there is something to be said about not putting positivity out there and how it actually affects us as a people. You know, and so that's what, you know, allows me to be even more appreciative of, you know, kind of what you do. You know, kind of what AD does. You know, you talk about attitude of everything. You talk about get your happy on. I mean, that's an extremely, you know, simple statement, but it's direct.
Right.
It's direct, and there's something you're saying. Get your happy on, meaning you make it happen.
Right.
You know, you don't have to be relying on somebody else.
No.
Hey, happiness is an attitude. It's all inside. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to let everybody else dictate what's going on with you. You can be happy inside, even when everything around you was crappy. You could still be happy inside. And I've heard a little bit about. I haven't heard everything, but I've heard a little bit about your story. And it's such a testament, man, to where you can be on the bottom and still end up on the top because you have good people around you, because you have a good support system, because you have the attitude that, hey, I'm gonna make it out of this regardless. And I want to surround myself more with people like that, because I know if I do that, my chance to be successful, my chance to be happy, my chance to have a life that's fulfilling and joyful will increase with time.
I agree with that 100%, and I'm gonna tell you why. Common sense.
Yeah.
That's one thing I know I got. It's common sense. And I always tell myself this: every day that you are blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. That doesn't mean that my life's perfect. That means this is how I choose to look at life. Again, I want to thank everybody, man, for checking out the show. We got to thank Tony, man, for driving down here to be a part of this, man, and sharing all this good information with every Sunday night, 8 to 9. If you guys got an hour and you want to talk about something positive or you want to hear something positive, tune in. Thank you again. And I always end my show with this: every day you blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. And you got to get your happy